before social media, I was rich and anonymous. And after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous.
Why you need to say that, bruh? Why you need to say that? No cap. Why do you need to say like, yeah, I was rich and I was anonymous and I'm still going to be rich? So the Liver King, unless you've been living under a rock, you don't know who this guy is. He put out an apology video. A lot of people think is the worst apology of all time. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to give some commentary on it. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life and I need to apologize a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to give some feedback on what I would have done a little differently. Now, I've also coached 20,000 people face to face all around the globe. And I know a lot about communication and social skills. I have worked with several celebrities and camps of people that had to make public apologies on media like TV, newspapers, whatever. So I can help out with that, right? By the way, I usually do things like communication or relationships, but I have mostly a male audience. So I figured, hey, you guys might enjoy this. And I also think that it'd be great to help you work on your communication skills, which is all comes down to influence. By the way, as well, I got a program called Influence Mastery for Coaches. I have to mention it, okay? If you are an influencer, entrepreneur, consultant, any type of communicator, we only influence our life to have better relationships and connections. Like Liver King could have used this. Check it out. Click the link down below. It's a great program. I put 10 years of my life into this. This is my magnum opus, my creme de la creme of the best work that I come up with, helping you to influence people, yourself, and the world around you. All right. So without any further ado, let's crack into this, shall we?
Primals.
What's the primals? Primals. Like it's like Transformers. Or I don't know, like a caveman. I mean, listen, man. Do you?
I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media, I was rich and anonymous. And after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous.
Why you need to say that, bruh? Why you need to say that? Why you need to say like, no cap. Why do you need to say like, yeah, I was rich and I was anonymous and I'm still going to be rich. Ha 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 ha. So cool. I just did it because I'm cool. And, but I really shouldn't have done it. But I'm so fly. Like, I don't know. I just wouldn't apologize. I just would leave that out. Doesn't need to be said to throw your dick around the room.
And I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye.
Cap, he actually put out a thing saying that he wanted to have 1 million followers in a year. So that's kind of cap. I mean, like, why dig the hole deeper? That's all I'm saying.
Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist.
Yeah, you might why it might be why you exist, but it's not why you lied. You know what I'm saying? Like, to put it on why you lied is not good. Like, you gotta own it first, and then maybe explain to people later why you did what you did. I wouldn't start off with like, yeah, I came from poverty and I had a bad situation, and I had a bad time in school, and that's why I sell crack to kids. Like, it doesn't make sense to kind of like give yourself the excuse there, the alibi unnecessary. At this point anyways.
I always said, no, I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch this stuff.
What's up the hand gestures all the time? I don't know if you guys can see. He's always doing these hand gestures that are like very theatrical. He's very in character. Not gonna touch the stuff, won't touch the stuff. It's like, you don't have to be so theatrical. I would have loved if he just came on here. He's like, hey, what's up, guys? This is Brian, and I messed up. Let's just get straight to it. This is what I did, and this is what I'm doing to move forward. Like, I would have just loved it was just like that. Instead of like, primals.
That was a lie.
Remember, Mario used to do that? That is a lie.
I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind. So who the fuck am I cheating?
You are a competitive athlete if you are doing fitness as a business online. You're competing with other people for eyeballs. So that is competition.
I've convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation.
You know, it's crazy. He says he convinced himself that it was a vocal minority, but every major podcast that he went on, he talked about it. So if the major people on those podcasts that have millions of followers talking about it and they're successful, then it's not a minority. It's the major media majority. When you apologize and you make an apology, you cannot give yourself outs at the end of it. You know, like, this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. Or like, or people also say things like, I'm sorry if this is how you feel, right? You can't put sentences like this on the phrases when you're apologizing because it undermines the apology that you're making.
Nope. The Liver King brand has had nothing, or at least very little, to do with my business success. My companies were already kicking ass, already successful before the Liver King public figure, growing at 50% year over year and still growing at the same pace after the Liver King public figure.
We don't know that. It's too soon to say if it's going to continue to grow 50% year over year. I don't know why you put financial success in it. It's like when you apologize about losing people's trust, there's no need to brag about how successful you are because you already have been caught in making the mistake. You don't need to show that you're an authority or that you have status when you're apologizing if people already know, because it just, again, it undermines it.
When I talk about the 85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues, that's me. I'm part of that statistic. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym. This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week, just to feel like I'm okay.
When you're apologizing, just leave out half the truths. Just tell full truths. What he's trying to do is paint context, which is a great concept I'll get into a little later. All right, so yeah, man, I got a lot to say about this. Okay, this is not the apology. This is the apology that he wanted to give, not the apology that we needed. What do I mean? Let me break it down to you. Okay, so a correct apology talks about how other people feel. You say, hey, let me know how you feel. What's the process you're going through? I understand that you guys are upset with me. Let me understand how. Let me see what I can do. Like, you try to understand how the other person feels. And then you try to, after that, paint context about what you did and stick to the facts. All right. He did not paint context. He kind of said, I did this because people have depression and I have low self-esteem, so I did this. He didn't paint the proper context. Painting context is where you tell somebody exactly what you're doing and then you tell them why you did it with logical facts, not with a story. So, for example, if I say to somebody, hey, come over to my house, and they just met me, they're going to say no. But I say, hey, come over for a bottle of wine because actually I have a flight I got to go catch in 3 hours at the airport and I can't do anything else. It's the only way we can meet each other. They'll say, okay, I understand the facts that are happening. You don't paint context with additional story because everybody has a story. You have your story, I have my story, and then we're just comparing stories. So always paint context with facts. The last thing I would have loved to have seen him do in this apology is I would have loved to see him explain what he's going to do in the future to never allow this to happen again and what are the changes that he's going to make. A true apology has action at the end of it. It's like what the person is going to do afterwards. I didn't hear that from him. So for example, in a relationship, right, if you've been going out drinking all the time and your partner's mad at you, you might say, all right, listen, I'll only go out every 2 weeks and it will be like on a Friday and I'll be back before 10 p.m. or 11. Like you put rules in place, right? You explain what the boundaries are. You explain what the changes you're going to make are, etc. He did not explain any of the changes, any of the adjustments, what he's going to do moving forward. So it's not a apology backed by action. It's an apology backed by a promise, which he doesn't have a lot of faith left from people to kind of make an apology based on promise of what, you know? There's no trust there in that relationship. So I don't judge him at all. It's very hard to do a video like this. I respect him for coming clean. It's very important that he did. I respect the bravery that it took to do that. But of course, you have to conduct your business with integrity because you can build a business very fast or a social life very fast without integrity, but at some point it will come back and it will haunt you. Karma is a real thing once the truth comes out, and like we say, the truth will always set you free. Is that from the Bible? I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But anyways, if you enjoyed this, I need you to do something for me, okay? This is something new I'm trying out, new studio, new fun things. I need you to go down below, hit the like button, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about the apology. Do you believe the apology? Would you accept it? What would you do differently when you apologize to people? And also subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. As always, keep in touch and don't be a stranger. Cheers.